Hi, my name is Dr. Jim, and today we are very honored. We have a special guest. His name, His Holiness Sakya Trizin. He's one of the most important spiritual masters of our time, second only to His Holiness Dalai Lama in spiritual protocol related to Tibetan Buddhism. He's 41st in a lineage of unbroken masters that began in 1073. The Vikramashali Foundation, in conjunction with Palden Sakya Centers, have made arrangements for him to be here this Independence Day, 4th of July weekend, here in New York City. Welcome, Your Holiness. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share your wisdom on Independence Day weekend here in New York City. I will ask you 10 questions that relate to American life.
Sure.
Violence is all around the globe, including Tibet and in America. This fact has not changed for thousands of years. What hopes do you have of making the world a more peaceful place, considering efforts by people such as His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Gandhi, Martin Luther King? And are we at the end of times for this planet Earth as we know it?
Generally, I'm always quite optimistic. And it is true that the world faces many problems and violence everywhere, but we should not give up. And there's always hope. We may not be we cannot do, but I think if we make efforts, that we could make some benefit. So therefore, I think it is always important to teach and to provocate the peace and harmony, because the peace and harmony could not come from elsewhere. It have to come from the people's mind. So the mind have to be changed, and the best way to change the mind is through the teachings. And as now I can see so many people are interested in teachings, so it's a very hopeful and encouraging sign, so that it can certainly contribute a lot.
Thank you very much. My next question: how can Americans be shown that the effects of karma really do exist and that humans do reincarnate based upon what they do in this lifetime as well as past lifetimes?
But actually, even in our day-to-day life, it is quite visible. I mean, the person who are kind, loving, tolerance, everybody loves them, isn't it? Such as like the Mahatma Gandhi, who is actually kind of in a very weak kind of person in appearance, but his heart is so good, so powerful, that he managed to win the hearts of the whole world. So therefore, this shows that there is a cause and effect. If you do, and whereas the people who are very violent and cruel, nobody loves them. Even they are defeated, and everybody thinks it's a good thing. So from there, it shows the cause and effect. And then the reincarnation is concerned that we have the body and mind, and the body will be disposed in one way or another, but the mind is something that is invisible. It could not be disposed. So where the mind comes from, it have to come from the same kind of mind. It could not be out of space. It could not. So it have to. So therefore, it have to come its own same kind of line. So therefore, we could establish that there is a previous life. If there is a previous life, then we could also establish the future lives, because when we end this life, our physical body will be exposed in one way or another, but the mind will continue. So it goes to another body and start the next life.
Thank you very much. Now, I understand as a father, husband, grandfather, as well as a very highly realized Buddhist master, a Buddha, you have unique experiences. What advice do you offer American parents? 50% of children live with only one parent, usually the mother, and boys are dropping out of high school at an alarming rate.
I think it's very important to bring up the children with love and compassion, tolerance, because when there's a violent kind of atmosphere when they are young, I think it affects them. So therefore, in everywhere, not only the parents, but the teachers, doctors, lawyers, everybody, I think, must have the love and compassion. And with that, they can help much better the patients and clients, students and children, much healthier life in their in the future.
Bad relationships are one of the biggest problems in America. 50% or more of marriages end in divorce. What's your advice?
I think most important thing is tolerance from both sides. I mean, to last marriage, you'd have to cooperate from both sides. Everybody must respect their each other and each other's feelings and each other's needs, and so with that, I think one can last the marriage longer and happier.
In America, Botox cosmetic surgery are used to look younger and healthier. How can Americans shift their focus on using their physical body on less superficial activities and more spiritual ones?
I don't know much about them, but I think there's no point because you can't keep young forever, isn't it? And you cannot live forever. So when you're born and you're young and to age, it's natural. It's part of life. So instead of doing this kind of superficial things, I think it is better to face when it comes the time, then we have to face the natural situation and do in according to the time and needs.
My sixth question, what's your advice to living a healthier life, including vegetarianism, exercise, and meditation?
I think the most important thing is that mind have to be free. Mind have to be free from the worries and tensions, because when your mind is disturbed, then it also affects the body. So to make the mind happier, that one must look over from overall situation, that there's nothing, no point in worrying if it is something that we cannot prevent. And if it is something that we can do, there's no need to worry. So the worrying only makes things more worse, and it has very negative effects to oneself as well as the others. So therefore, we must not do this and try to, but it is not easy. But with the teachings, with the logical reasons given by the teaching, in the teachings, I think we can certainly improve.
Okay, my next question. How can we do a better job taking care of disabled people and old people?
Again, you see, although I mean their physical needs, their comfort, etc., of course, very important. But the most important thing is the love from the heart, depth of one's heart, love and care. Even you just touching their bodies with the love, and just touching because you need to, you are told to do so. It makes a lot of difference. If it comes from the depth of one's own heart, it definitely has a great effect.
Okay, question 8. Do you have any American heroes?
Yes, I think the great American President Abraham Lincoln,
Why do you like Abraham Lincoln?
because he helped the people. He liberated the slaves, isn't it? Actually, I don't know much about the history of America, but
Yes.
and so I thought this is a very great thing that he did.
Okay. My 9th question. How do you feel about President Obama? How do you feel he's done, especially on the issues of multiple wars that America has been involved in?
I don't know much about, but many people told me that he's a very good person, and I always thought that, I also think that it's a good because when he is as a black person to be a president in a white country, in a kind of a white society, I thought we call him the black man in White House. That is a very good thing because it makes the balance. And many of my American friends told me that ever since that he been president, that the racial kind of unbalance got much better. And with other things also, we hope that he will do good jobs.
Very nice. My last question, how can we balance materialism and spirituality in America?
Yes, this is very important because everyone is actually longing for the happiness, whether you are a believer or non-believer, whatever religion, whatever race, or the whatever situation. So, and it is quite clear that just outer material progress alone could not accomplish the peace and happiness that we are seeking for. And so it have to be balanced with the inner spiritual development. And with the two together, I think we can certainly make this world more peaceful, more harmonious, and more happier.
Thank you very much for your time, and bless you and live a long life, Your Holiness. Do you have anything else that you'd like to share with America?
Thank you. I think America is a great country because here so many different kind of people, so many different religions, so many different cultures, all live together very peacefully and harmoniously. And I think this is a very great country. And America will continue guide the freedom and democracy throughout the world.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you.